tutorial will cover the transfer of shares workflow. A transfer of shares is a secondary transaction where shares are transferred from one stakeholder to another. To begin transferring shares, navigate to Securities, Shares, and locate the certificate to be transferred. When you locate the certificate, click the gray V dropdown on the right-hand side and click Transfer Shares. This will open the transfer of shares workflow. Begin by inputting the transfer reason and date of transfer. Next, begin inputting the recipient information. Hit Add Recipient on the right and type out the name as it appears on the stakeholder ledger. Make sure that there's already been a stakeholder entry created for the recipient under the stakeholder ledger. If not, click Create Stakeholder to create an entry. The transfer workflow will populate the recipient's name automatically based off of that stakeholder entry. Next, enter in the number of shares to be transferred and enter in any transaction information. Transaction information is going to affect changes to disposition and cost basis. Next, enter in compliance information. This is going to include Rule 144 date of the certificate being issued to the recipient, legend, and finally you'll need your transfer agreement. After that, enter in any financial information, so any cash paid amounts, any debt canceled, any other considerations, and save recipient. Do note that you can add another recipient if you're transferring to multiple parties by hitting Add Recipient after you save each recipient entry. Next, hit Review and Confirm, and send the certificates. In this case, this was a partial transfer, so there was a balance certificate created that was issued back to the original stakeholder. You can click into the original certificate to see the details of the transfer, including the 2 resulting certificates, as well as any cancellation details on the original certificate. If you have any questions about the transfer workflow, click into your name in the top right corner and click into the Carta Help Center for support.